Welcome to Western Hall and the campus of Western Illinois University as game number 14 of the 77th edition of the Macomb-Western Holiday Basketball Tournament sets the scene tonight as the Farmington Farmers prepare to take on the Rockridge Rockets. Justice Keene, Chris Fragenhauser, glad to have you along with us. And after an exciting West Hancock win in the game prior to this one, it just sets the scene for the night that continues on with Farmington and Rockridge.
Yeah, and these two, of course, very familiar with one another from years in the Olympic Conference and, notoriously entertaining battles through the years between these two squads. And, yeah, we got things underway. A pretty physical contest in that opener here on the winner's bracket, 45-31 in favor of West Hancock. So they move into the 1 o'clock winner's side semifinals tomorrow. Lina Bluff drops to the 9 a.m. game in the 5th place bracket. And looking forward to, we got should have three more fantastic games tonight.
Absolutely, indeed. Just about 2.5 minutes before we get underway, we'll send it to Jake Croxton for the starting lineups in just a little bit. Rockridge and Farmington, he alluded to, have a good history of games in the Olympic Conference and kind of a old school Olympic Conference matchup. Farmington looking for a kind of a statement win, if you will. Rockridge, obviously the powerhouse, and we have to talk about Landon Bull, who is just a phenomenal athlete on the floor, and his last name is appropriate because he truly is a bull on the floor.
Yeah, he definitely is, and look forward to watching him in person here again this evening. This should be a good one. Rockridge, both teams coming away with victories yesterday. Rockridge 56-30 over Lewistown. Farmington with 10-point game, 49-39 over Riga Justice. It really wasn't as close as that 10 points ended up as the final score.
Absolutely. We're on the Ron Elby Auto Sales pregame show with locations in Macomb and Augusta. And with 80 years of car experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car in Macomb on East Jackson. Stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. Justin Elby was in the house earlier with the Southeastern Suns, a tight game there, and he was their honorary coach, and certainly a good one there indeed. Marty Lozier's squad and Jordan Harris in his first year with Rockridge set to battle it out. Just about a minute until we get the opening introductions underway. It's going to be a fun one. Let's send it over to Jake Croxton for opening introductions as we meet the starting lineups for game number 14.
Good evening once again, and welcome to Western Hall, the 77th Macomb-Western Holiday Basketball Tournament, and our second quarterfinal matchup between the Rockridge Rockets and the Farmington Farmers. And now, here are your Game 14 starting lineups. At guard for Rockridge, a 6'4 junior, number 3, Caleb Kunico. At guard for Farmington, a 6'4 sophomore, number 3, Jack Kronwall. At guard for the Rockets, a 6' junior, number 4, Landon Wheatley. At guard for Farmington, a 6'1 senior, number 11, Zach Taylor. At forward for the Rockets, a 6'2 senior, number 24, Carson Clemmy. And at guard for the Farmers, a 6'3 sophomore, number 14, Landon Crawford. At forward for the Rockets, a 6'4 junior, number 34, Landon Bull. And at guard for Farmington, a 6'7 senior, number 24, Keontre Barnes. In the middle for the Rockets, a 6'6 senior, number 33, TJ Wilson. And at guard for Farmington, a 6'6 senior, number 33, Chandler Wizenet. Jordan Harris heads up the Rocket bench, assisted by Kyle Chandler, Patrick Dillon, Corey Freeman, Brian Heath, and Jeff Henry. Rob Weston is the honorary coach, the sponsor, First Bankers Trust Company. Marty Lozier heads up the Farmer bench, assisted by Judd Anderson and Tim Mills. Brad Bainter is the honorary coach, the sponsor, the WIU Foundation. The Game 14 officials are Brian Sorrell, Dave Hasley, and Brett Stevens.
All right, there are your Game 14 starting lineups. Gentlemen in the stripes for this one, Brian Sorrell, Brett Stevens, Dave Hasley. A good crowd on hand tonight as people continue to file in. Truly the NFL Red Zone session of the night where, like we like to say, the witching hour. I call this the witching hour session where losses become wins, wins become losses. Here we go. Farmington in the home whites with the purple and gold trim. Rockridge in their maroon-colored away uniforms, gray trim. Let's get Game 14 underway. Strap yourselves in. This is Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament Basketball on TSSR Game Time Live. And Rockets set the tone with the opening tap. They'll move from right to left as we see it courtside here from Western Hall. Quick drive. They'll feed to the corner. Both these teams like to play up tempo, and that will certainly be displayed tonight. Quick drive, toss up and no good for Fowler. The Rockets take it back the other way. Quick drive, toss up and in and out, no good for Landon Bull. Rebound Farmington, they'll push ahead the other way. Zach Taylor ahead for the Rockets.
Rockets getting a couple of good early looks inside, just couldn't get the ball to drop.
Those reset top of the key for Landon Crawford. Crawford back to the corner, swinging outside. 3-ball on the way, bang! A sports corner at 124, 3-ball for Landon Crawford. Farmers on the board first. Rockridge setting the pace on the other end. 3-ball on the way. Caleb Cunico hits a sports corner at 124, 3-ball, and he says, anything you can do, I can do a little bit better. Tied at 3 apiece. Marty Lozier's team had film today. Did not really do a walkthrough. Kind of gave his guys a little bit extra time of rest and went over this Rockridge squad, who we saw yesterday is very powerful on all ends of the floor.
Oh, the scoreboard fixed. Had it 6-0 in favor of Farmington. 3-3 now on the board.
Toss up good, courtesy of TJ Wilson. Both teams trying to punch a ticket to a 1 o'clock semifinale tomorrow afternoon at Western Hall Championship Day tomorrow. Good look down below to Clemente, and he's fouled.
Gronewell on the foul, his first, team's first. 5-3 Rocket lead, 5:48 to play here in the opening quarter.
First one up and is no good for Carson Clemente. 5-3 Rockets. 5:48 to go, opening quarter. Second one up and it is good. 6-3 Rockets. Barnes brings it across the Leatherneck logo at midcourt. Around the outside. To the corner. Jordan Harris says they stepped out of bounds, and indeed they did. Rockets take it the other way now.
Good job by Barnes there, poking that one away.
Rockets settle it up the other way. Corner drive, Cunico. Cunico feeding over and up and good for Landon Bull.
Pushes that lead to 5-8-5 or 8-3 in favor of the Rockets.
Crawford, he'll feed to Gronewald at the top. 20 on the shot clock. Drive from Crawford doesn't go anywhere. Farmers moving around the outside with 12 to shoot. Barnes for 3. Bang!
Wow. Had a long three-pointer for Contre Barnes. Cuts the lead to 2.
Farmington needed some kind of statement play to answer back. They do. It's a 2-point game again. 4.5 to play. Barnes tapped away. Farmington basketball. 8-6 Rockets, 4:28 in the first quarter.
Balin Lehmans checks in for the Rockets, number 12, a junior.
Farmers set the tone on the outside. Drive. Kick out corner. And the Rockets take it back the other way. 2-on-1 to the basket. Tapped around. Barnes trying to get a hand on it.
Was out of bounds when he grabbed that rebound, so it'll stay with the Rockets. Boston Smith, 23, into the ballgame for the first time for the Farmers.
Underneath here for the Rockets. Pop it into the corner. Down low, Bull with it. 360 move up. Off the back iron, no good rebound. Keontre Barnes takes it the other way with under 4 to play here in the opening quarter. Drive in from Cunico on defense. Grunwald with the drive and an offensive foul.
That's be the second on Grunwald, second on the Farmers.
Marty Lozier getting a sub to the table for Grunwald. Fowler checks in. Drive in from Bull. Gets it to go, and he's got 4 of the 10 for Rockridge. Top of the key now for Crawford. Crawford to the other side. Feeds to Taylor, offensive foul.
It's going to be on 14. Landon Crawford, his first, team's third. That moving screen, and Rocket basketball now with 3:25 to play here in the opening quarter.
Rockets take it back the other way here with 3:20 left in the opening quarter. Bull top of the key, feeds down low, toss up, tapped around off the back iron from Clementi. Back outside, 3 ball. Doesn't go for Cunico. Ahead for the Farmers the other way. Ahead for the Rockets. They'll reset on the outside with 2:43. Lehman's with it to Bull. Bull, double team of the Farmers. Rockets trying to figure out what to do here. Clementi in the lane, turns, tosses up, and off the back iron, off the right side, no good. Rebound Farmington ahead, they'll go with 2:20 to play. On the outside, to the corner, 3 ball on the way, Crawford off the left side, no good. TJ Wilson ahead to Wheatley. Wheatley tosses it up, it's no good. Put back Lehman's, and Balin Lehman's gets it to go. Nice put back there.
Good job by Lehman's following up. I don't know if it was a shot or a pass on the play, but it ends up netting a 2-point
Worked
basket.
out nonetheless. 1:40 to play here. Opening quarter from Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. Marty Lozier says, I want a timeout. It'll be a full timeout called by Farmington. And we can let you know that Tom Conklin State Farm, located on West Jackson and Macomb in Farmington. Start your 2024 off by contacting Tom. To take advantage of State Farm's new auto rates, contact us in Macomb, MacombSF.com, or 837-1200 in Farmington, ConklinSF.com, 245-423. Like a good neighbor, Tom Conklin State Farm is there. Farmington trailing 6-12 early. Marty Lozier in his first time out of the ball game here with 1:38 to go in the first quarter. Farmington again with the 10-point win over the back-to-back defending champions Eureka Hornets. So Farmington guarantees we will have a new champion come 9:30 tomorrow night.
Mr. Hepner with a good game earlier in the contest.
Great
Ended
game.
with 30 points on the, just 2 in that opening quarter. But man, he came alive with the next 16 and 12 in the second and third to push Eureka in to that 9 o'clock game at Brophy Hall tomorrow.
Out of the timeout, Farmington basketball right next to the Rockridge bench. Headed in. Here is Barnes. Barnes kicks back outside. 3-ball Barnes. Long distance. One won't go. It's off the backboard. Rebound Landon Bull. Ahead he goes. Flies up the floor. Kicks to the corner. 3-ball Cunico. Bang! Cunico gets it to go. Sports Corner 3-ball courtesy of Cunico. 15-6 Rockets.
Cunico with a couple of those early on and pushes the lead to 9 for the Rockets.
9-point lead, and they're stolen away again. Here comes Landon Bull. Track meet to the basket, up and no good. Off the back iron, no good for Rockridge. Ahead the other way for the Farmers. Carry violation back to Rockridge.
Returning to the Rockets, Clarkson Clemmy, number 24.
Clemeny returns for Rockridge. Farmington player will stop to tie his shoe. We'll have a pause on the floor here. We're ready to go. Rockets will bring it up the floor here with under 49 seconds to go. 15-6 they lead. Outside 3-ball. Off the front of the rim, no good. A whistle. Balin Lehman's charged with the Rockridge foul, his first, team first. And the Rockets back on defense.
About a 2-second differential in the shot to game clock.
$20 seconds to go here. 18 to shoot. Ball's loose. Farmers grab it before it goes across the half-court line. Tapped by Rockridge. 10s to shoot. 10 on the game clock, 7 on the shot clock. Pull up, 3-ball on the way. No good from Crawford. 5 to shoot for Rockridge. Ahead for Clemene. To the basket he goes. Offensive foul. Clemmy gets the foul there, his first, team second. 9/10 of a second left. Why not?
Over the shoulder.
Hits the top of the back iron. And that is how one quarter comes to an end. 15-6. Rockets in control after one. We will take a short break. Back after these local messages with Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament basketball.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
Welcome back to Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. Live coverage of the 2023 edition of the Macomb-Western Holiday Basketball Tournament presented by Tom Conklin State Farm. Good to have you with us. 8 minutes on the clock. It will be Farmington basketball as we start this second quarter here shortly.
Farmington yet to get much going inside. Just a couple of threes for Crawford and Barnes thus far. 9-point deficit for Farmington as Justice Farmers will start with the basketball here in the second quarter.
And the referee puts it down because Farmington wasn't ready. Got to know time. Yeah, you got to know what's going on the floor, and that a mistake there early from Farmington. Stressful start to their first possession of the second quarter. Barnes underneath trying to deliver something. He does, and Barnes gets it up and in. He's got 5 of the night.
As soon as I say nothing inside, Barnes connects and cuts the lead to 7.
15-8 Rockets. Ahead the other way, toss up to the basket, and good for TJ Wilson. Farmers will take it back the other way. Corner 3, Barnes won't go. Tapped around, and a whistle on the floor.
Going to go on the Rockets, I believe.
Wilson picks up his first, team first as well for the quarter. Out of bounds, Farmington. Drive in on the front from Taylor, up and in. 17-10 now. Rockets take it back the other way. Corner. Top of the key, Bull back to the corner for Cunico for 3. Off the corner of the back iron, no good. Ahead for Farmington, they'll reset, lose control of it. Grab it, Landon Crawford sets it up. Farmers trail by 7, 6:30 to play in the first half. Pull-up jumper on the way off the right side, no good. Rockets the other way.
Barnes going to be whistled for the foul, his first. Yep. Team first here in the second quarter.
First free throw on the way, it's good. (18-10), 19-10 now as Wilson drains the second one as well.
6 now for TJ Wilson.
Top of the key now for the Farmers. They'll move it around the outside. Drive in for Farmington. High hands from the Farmers. Ahead for Rockridge. Drive in from Bull. And Keontre Barnes resets the Farmington offense coming the other way.
Conico knocking it out of bounds for Rockridge. It'll stay with the Farmers with 5:36 to play, 21 on the shot clock.
Marty Lozier getting some substitutions in out of bounds. Farmington coming the other way. Top of the key now for Grunwald. Three ball on the way up and no good for Crawford. Tapped around, put up again by Crawford. Doesn't go. And a foul on the floor. That's on Bull, his first. Team's second. Out of bounds, Farmers. Pull-up jumper on the way, won't go, and Rockridge takes it back. Put up and in. And the Farmers get it back. 21-10 Rockets. And 2 shots coming up the other way now.
Taylor to the line for 2. TJ Wilson whistled for the foul, his second. Team's third.
First one up, and he got it. First free throws of the game for Farmington. 21-11 lead is 10. This will cut it to 9. Missed it. Farmers back on defense here. Bull with it. Bull and Keontre Barnes. Bull will feed off. Rockridge sets up their offense here at 4:37 to go in the first half. Clemmie gets it to go the other way.
Give him 5 in the lead to 12, 23 to 11.
And a foul called. We'll wait it to be reported. Wheatley charged with the foul, his first personal, team 4th.
In the Farmington lineup, Owen Morse, number 22, a junior.
And Farmington resets as we approach the 4-minute mark, 23 to 11. Top of the key here for Landon Crawford, who feeds down low to Keontre Barnes. Lead back to 10, 23-13. Here come the Rockets. Wheatley with it. Feeds to the corner and find Lehmans. Outside Cunico, feeds to Bull. Bull will travel. And it'll be Farmer basketball.
Colin Schwagen into the ballgame, the senior for the Rockets, number 15.
Farmers bring it back across the Leatherneck logo at mid-floor. 3.5 to play in the first half. Macomb Bombers are on site up in the bleachers. They'll play the 8 o'clock game against the A-Town Tornadoes. That game after this one on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by Tom Conklin State Farm. That shot up and no good. Wheatley fouled.
Owen Morris with a foul, his first.
Morse's first, team second. First free throw up, it's good from Wheatley. 24-13. Second free throw, missed it off the rim, round it, off the left side. Back the other way for the Farmers. Top of the key for the Farmers. They'll feed to the corner and find Owen Morse. Morse on the inside. Back out top. 2:57 to go, 12 to shoot. Crawford with a drive. Tapped around, it stays with Farmington.
Try to get that interior pass to Barnes and off the Rockets. 7 on the shot clock, 2:51 on the game clock.
7 to shoot here as Farmington gets it out of bounds. 5 to shoot. Top of the key for Crawford. Feeds corner, stolen away by the Rockets. Away they go. And that was almost backcourt violation. Stays on the right side. Cunico with it. Top of the key. They feed over the corner with 2.5 to play. Shot up, no good. 2:25 to go. Marty Lozier wants another timeout on the floor. 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. 2:26 to go in the first half. Again, Macomb and A-Town still on tap tonight, and then Monmouth, Roseville, and Camp Point Central closes out just around 9:30, or probably just after, or maybe earlier, just depending on how the rest of the night plays out. But quality matchup still coming along, and the crowd. Nice one on site.
Expect that to get a little bigger here as we're nearing the end of the first half, and Macomb coming up in the 8 o'clock contest.
Absolutely. Macomb looking to punch their ticket to the semifinals for the first time in 2 years. 2021, they got to the semifinals and fell to Eureka. Farmington basketball out of the timeout, 2:20 to play. Top of the key now for Crawford. Farmers come out of the timeout playing fast. Free throw line, spin move, 360, back to Barnes on the outside. 10 to shoot on the shot clock. Barnes, 360, tosses one up, doesn't touch the rim. Rockets take it back. Ahead for Landon Bull. Tapped around the outside. Farmer basketball.
Jarrett Fowler back for the Farmers, number 2, junior.
Farmers take it back here. Minute and a half to go, 24-13. Rockets in control of quarterfinal number 2. 3 ball, Owen Morse, bang! Owen Morse gets the sports corner. 124, 3 ball to go. Farmers get a little bit of momentum going back the other way off the 3. Corner 3, Rockridge trying to answer. In and out, no good. Tapped around Owen Morse. Ahead the other way. Rockridge can cut this lead now and again with another basket. Morse back at the top. Under a minute now, 15 to shoot. Morse with it. Back to the corner. To Barnes, 8 to shoot now. Morse. Corner 3 on the way. Bang! Back-to-back 3 balls from the Farmington Farmers.
Jack Gronwald.
Jack Gronwald answers that one. 24-19. All of a sudden, Farmington right back into this one.
That's the beauty of the 3 here.
Put up and in. Lehman's up and extends the Rockridge lead back again. 26-19. 15 seconds to play. Farmington wasting no time at all here. No shot clock. Morse with it. Morse back to Gronwald. Gronwald to the corner. Finds Crawford. Crawford back to Morse. 1 second. Fires a 3. Short off the left side of the rim, and that's how the first half comes to an end. 26-19. Rockets in control after 1 half of play. We will send it over to Peyton, who is standing by with Rockridge headman Jordan Harris.
All right, I'm here with Coach Harris of Rockridge. Rockridge, Coach, you're up 7.5. What defensively do you guys need to do in the second half to maintain this lead?
We got to lock in. We got to make sure we crash defensively on the boards and keep the ball out of 24 hands and make everything tough for everybody else. I thought the first quarter we did a really good job. That second quarter, the last 2-3 minutes, we didn't really do a good job. They found their shoes and hit a couple shots. But that scoreboard, I wanted to be a little bit lower for the Farmers, just a tad.
All right, good luck in the second half, Coach. Now back to BJ and Justice.
All right, thank you indeed. Peyton, 26-19, Rockridge taking care of business at the half. Bombers on the floor warming up for their game coming up after this one. And we will send it to the MDH halftime report. Bombers, A-Town on the floor. We'll be back after these messages.
You know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsay Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So physician and provider recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I'm now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a fourth generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a fourth generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me. So if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being fourth generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago. And here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community. And I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story. You love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of two, you might be one of one. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, you know, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. You know, if someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just want to in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, you know, I kind of have to tell them, you know, this is unique. You know, it's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Back at Western Hall here on the campus of Western Illinois University. Let's take a look at some highlights from this first half as Rockridge takes control of Farmington 26-19 out of the halftime break. Let's take a look at a few here. Rockridge taking control of business beyond the arc, and really so many players contributing on this Rockridge squad in the first half.
Yeah, you look at the scoring summary, Justice, it's balanced both ways. 6 points for Wilson and Kunico. For the Rockets, 5 for Carson Clemmy, but that's it. That's highest score. 7 for Keontae Barnes for the Farmers, and then 3 each for Owen Morris, Landon Crawford, Zach Taylor, and Jack Gronwald.
Rockets taking care of business right now, 26-19. Farmers, though, hanging right in there as well with a couple key threes, getting them back into this one.
Yeah, they needed those threes there late in the second quarter to get back into this one. Rockets pushed the lead to double digits on several occasions that first half, and now down to a 7-point advantage for the Rockets. It will be Rockridge basketball coming out of the halftime break.
Farmington basketball, or correction, it will be Rockridge basketball out of the halftime break. Really, this first couple of minutes going to be key for this Farmington team.
Yeah, early on they weren't able to get much going inside and need to get Barnes involved a little more on the inside game. Looks like we're not going to go ahead and put the 8 minutes on the clock a few seconds early and get ready for second half action here in the first half, and getting ready for the second half, and a couple more exciting games coming up here following this one.
Absolutely. Macomb in the bleachers already, as is the Tornadoes of A-Town. That is next. Second half action, though, up first. Here as Rockridge prepares to get their second half underway here at the media table courtside. Here we go. Second half underway, and the clock ticks away. Rockridge with the first possession of the second half. Wheatley up at the top. He'll feed corner and find Landon Bull. Good ball movement from this Rockridge team early. Landon Bull, 3 ball. Off the back iron, no good. Put back up, it's good for Clementi.
Nice tap. Went up to get the rebound, bounced it right back to himself, up and in for the 2.
No problem there. 28-19. Farmers looking to answer somewhere down the other end. Winner plays in the 1 o'clock semifinale here at Western Hall tomorrow against the talented West Hancock Titans. .705, 9 to shoot. 5 to shoot. Marty Lozier Tells his team they got to shoot 2 seconds. Owen Morse, can he answer from the college line? In and out, no good, so close. Bull the other way, guarded by Barnes. Rockets reset. In the lane, turnaround toss up, foul. Wisnen picked up the foul, his first, team first as well. It sends Wilson to the line.
2-2 from the line in the first half for Wilson.
And he misses it. Let's take a look at that last one. Quick toss up. It did not drop for Wilson. Draws the foul, though. Gets some free throws. However, it goes 0 of 2 there as he misses the second. Morse across the logo. 6.5 to play in the third quarter here at Western Hall. Morse on the outside. 28-19. Farmington can't find anything right now with this Rockridge defense.
Morse trying to hit Barnes on a little cut move, and Barnes went one way, the ball went the other, and back to the Rockets.
So the Rockets bring it up the floor now. Away we go the other way. Feed top of the key, back down low for Bull. Bull looking for something, feeds back on the outside. Tapped around, somebody tries to grab it. Loose ball on the floor. Timeout Jordan Harris and the Rockridge Rockets. It'd be a 30-second timeout. And the Rockets will talk things over. 5:54 left in this third quarter. Again, 2 games left on the tournament schedule today. Macomb and A-Town is next. Both those teams looking to punch their ticket to the semifinals. And then our last game of the night, Monmouth, Roseville, and Camp Point Central, the tournament ranked number 1 Central Panthers, looking to punch their tickets to the semifinales. 3 spots left to play in the semifinals tomorrow here at Western Hall at 1 and 2:30. Got to settle the 1 o'clock game first and find out who's going to play West Hancock out of the Rockridge timeout. A 3-ball doesn't go. Stolen away, but put up again by the Rockets and a foul drawn.
I'm going to be on Barnes. His second.
Keandre Barnes on the foul, his second. Team second as well.
Wilson back to the line for a couple.
First one, he got it. (29-19). This makes it 30. Misses it off the top of the back iron, no good. Morse across the midcourt line, and we'll set up the Farmer offense. 3-ball the other way. Bang! Jack Gronwald, second 3-ball of the game, presented by Sports Corner at 1:24. 29-22. Farmington not going away in this one. Drive for the Rockets. They'll kick back outside to the corner. Drive in for Clemente. Bull with it. He's double teamed. Rockets got to kick back out. 10 to shoot. Corner 3 on the way. Bang! Clemente gets it to go. 32-22.
It's going to put him at double figures with 10. Lead back to 10 for the Rockets.
On the corner now, another 3-ball. Bang! How about a 3-point showdown? Timeout Jordan Harrison. He is fired up. Not happy at all. And he takes a timeout. It is a full timeout. 32-25. And we will take a break. Rockets holding on to a 32-25 lead. Back after these local messages on TSSR Game Time Live.
Here at Western Hall, 4:36 to play here in the third quarter. 7-point lead for the Rockridge Rockets.
Rockets clinging to a 32-25 lead out of the Jordan Harris timeout. Farmers cutting into this one, making things interesting, not going away at all, and that's exactly what you want to see out of the locker room if you're Marty Lozier.
Absolutely.
Rockets will bring it up the floor here. 4.5 to play in the third quarter. Drive in the lane from Clemente. Tapped around, grabbed by the Farmers. They'll take it the other way now. Gronwald with it on the outside. 4:15 to play. Farmington trying to find something. Corner now on the outside. 14 to shoot. Gronwald to Barnes. Barnes drives, tosses one up. You bet, scoring a foul. Keandre Barnes scoring a foul, and that is huge for Farmington.
It just cuts the lead to 5 with a chance to cut it to 4. Second on Clement for the Rockets. First team foul here in the third quarter.
Barnes at the line trying to complete a three-point play. And he does. Let's take a look at the last one. Quick drive in from Barnes, gets it up, and he grabs it up and in. Completes a three-point play, 28-32 now. 4-point game. Rockridge trying to answer offensive foul.
Gonna be on Wilson. That's his third.
Wilson shakes his head, doesn't like it. Third personal. Team second.
Wilson's gonna check out. Balin Leeming's number 12 in for the Rockets.
15-6 after one quarter, 26-19 after two. Rockridge has not lost the lead in this one. Farmington trying to do something about that. Cut the lead to 4, and he just called the foul, and Crawford drains that 3 ball.
Gonna go with his first, team's 4th.
Farmers with it here, 3.5 to play in the third quarter. (32-28). Kunica on defense there. Gronwald to Barnes for 3. Doesn't go, tapped around, a whistle on the floor.
Getting over the back call on Farmington. Whistling second. Team's second. Now we're going to get a blocking foul right in front of us on Barnes for the Farmers. And that's his third.
Barnes picks up his third, team 4th. Now you got all 10 players scuffing their feet on the floor. 2 officials, and now
just wants a towel to
wipe up the floor. Wipe up the floor here. What are we going to go with? We have it. Oh. Yeah, Dave Hasley, Hall of Fame official. He says, I got it. I know where to look. So get the perspiration off the floor. Landon Wheatley doing double duty as get things taken care of.
The towel toss, not very, what, about 3 feet, if that.
Dave Hasley, always fun to be around. Always a good character on the floor. All right, here we go. We're back in it. Oh.
Well, they must not have cleaned the floor very well because it missed a spot as
Crawford went down. Maybe that's how Rockridge drew it up. Under 3 to play. 32-28. Rockridge to extend the lead. Off the corner, no good. The putback up and in from Lehman's. 34-28. Rockridge hanging on. Under 3 to play in the third quarter. On the outside for Farmington. Corner on 3 ball on the way. Gronwald off the right side, no good. Barnes knocks it out of bounds. Rocket basketball. Ahead for Landon Bull. He's double teamed by Barnes and Crawford. Head down low, toss up, no good from Cunico. He's fouled in motion. Crawford picks up his second, team foul number 5. Puts Rockridge in the double bonus. First one's good. Let's take a look at the last play. So one more free throw coming up. 2:24 left in the third quarter. Kind of a pause on the floor there. Not sure what that was about. Taking a minute to get a breather. Second one is good from Cunico. So 2 of 2 goes Cunico.
Gets him 8 in the contest.
36-28, 2:24 left in quarter 3. Across the midcourt line go the Farmers. Trying to cut into this lead once again. Farmington up in their defense. Farmers hang on to it. Looking for some magic. Morse with it. 10 to shoot. Morse drives to the corner. 3 ball on the way. Gronwald. No good. Landon Bull is down. And Rockridge player Landon Bull grabbing at his ankle, and now Mark Kessler, the athletic trainer, going to come out and take a look.
Coach Henry off the bench for the Rockets.
Yep. He's going to hobble his way over to the bench. Mark Kessler, the AT, going to go over with him and check him out. Obviously, doesn't look like he would come back right away, but it wouldn't matter either way as he has to go to the bench. Dave Hasley saying his football flag has a weight in it. He threw that towel. And
about 2 feet, if that.
It didn't go as far as he would have liked. So Landon Bull will get some treatment. I think he went back with Mark, and we'll see if he comes back. Rockridge playing without him. Minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. Top of the key for the Rockets. They'll feed to the corner, find Wheatley. Offensive foul.
That's going to be Wheatley's second, team's fourth.
And it will be out of bounds now for Farmington. 36-28. Morse brings it across the midcourt. Feeds over to Crawford. Crawford to the corner now. Ahead, Gronwald up. Oh. And we'll get some free throws.
Conschwigan, his first, team's fifth, so both teams with 5 fouls here in the third quarter.
It will send Gronwald to the line. First one for Gronwald up, and he missed it.
Nice dribble penetration on that play by Gronwald.
Second free throw from Gronwald. Missed it as well. Tapped around. Rockets grab it ahead the other way. One minute to go in this third quarter. 36-28. Still anybody's ball game. Down low, look, toss up, no good for the Rockets, trying to put it back. Barnes there to shut him down. Farmington basketball.
9 seconds differential in the shot clock to game clock.
3 ball, Morse off the front of the rim, no good. 35 to play. Shot clock and game clock are identical. If Rockridge wants to, they can hold it out and wait for the last shot of the quarter. Seven to shoot. Toss up, no good. And that is how 3 quarters of play come to an end. Rockridge hanging on to a 36-28 lead. Farmington not backing down. And we will take a short break. The finale when we return on TSSR Game Time Live.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
Back here at Western Hall, getting ready for fourth quarter action as the Rockridge Rockets lead it by a score of 36-28. Farmington basketball as we get ready to start the fourth quarter, a 10-9 advantage in the quarter for the Rockets.
Anybody's ball game. Winner plays West Hancock tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the semifinal number 1. Winner of that game is playing at 9:30 in the illustrious championship game, and we will crown a new champion this year at the 77th Macomb-Western Holiday Basketball Tournament. Thank you for joining us here for the Game 14. Here we go again with Farmington not knowing what's going on the floor. And now gonna possibly get a 5-second violation, and they do, and that is right. That is simply on Farmington not knowing what's going on there.
Yeah, that started the third and fourth quarter with the 5 count.
Disappointing start to the fourth quarter if you are Farmington, turning it over before you even get the ball. And now Rockridge will have the first possession of the fourth quarter with the lead. 20 on the shot clock. Rockridge moving it around the outside, trying to punch their ticket back to the semifinals. And here comes Landon Bull with the applause from the Rockridge fans as he gets back to the scores table to check in. That ball just hit the top of the back iron. Dave Hassey says we're going to play Plinkto. 7:24 on the clock. That ball hit every spot on the backboard, on the back part of the basket. Shot clock and everything, and now Farmington takes it the other way.
Everything but the bottom of the net.
Exactly. Barnes at the top of the key. Feeds over to Zach Taylor. Taylor over to Owen Morse. Morse double teamed by Landon Bull. Farmers trying to hang on to it. About a minute into this fourth quarter and a foul in motion.
Gronwall fouled on the shot. Phelan Lehmans with his second, team's first. See if Gronwall can convert. Missed 2 in the third quarter.
Big free throws here if you're Farmington. Every shot matters at this point. 36-28. First one up, no good off the right side of the rim.
Landon Crawford back for the Farmers.
Second free throw. Missed it. Rebound to Rockridge.
Set adjusted. Farmington needing every point possible, especially without taking a time off the clock. And Gronwall now 0-4 from the charity stripe.
Offensive foul, illegal screen. Wheatley picking up his third. Team's second. Barnes grabs it off the inbound, and here we go. 36-28. Scoreless here in the fourth quarter from both teams. Top of the key now for Gronwald. Gronwald to Keontre Barnes with 12 to shoot. Barnes for three. Bang!
Tough three there by Barnes.
Big three ball for Keontre Barnes. 36-31. It's a 5-point game now. On the outside for Landon Bull, 5:55 to play. Bull to the basket, up and in.
His first field goal since the first quarter, 6 points and a 7-point Rocket lead.
Rockets back on defense here, 5:35 to play, 38-31, 7-point lead. Rockets get a hand back on it. Back the other way for the Rockets as we approach the 5-minute mark. Down low for Landon Bull. Up and in.
8 for Bull and a 9-point lead for Rockridge.
Farmers trying to do something to cut into this 9-point lead. Trying to answer the Rockets. (40-31). Toss up, no good, a foul in motion. Clemmie charged with a foul, his second. Correction, yes, it is his second. Team third. Barnes at the line. He got his first one. Let's take a look at the last play.
Good look inside again for Barnes.
Second free throw is up, and he got it.
Shooter's touch off the front and the back of the rim.
Used every part of the rim. 40-33. Rockets by 7. 4:15 to go. Bull kicks back outside. 3-ball on the way. Won't go for the Rockets. Cunico, and now Barnes takes it back, tries to cut into the Rockridge lead once again. Top of the key now for Crawford. Crawford feeds back, finds Gronwald with it. 20 to shoot. 3-ball on the way. Huge if it goes. It won't. Rebound Rockridge. They'll take it the other way with 3:47 to go in the ballgame. Lehman's with it. Rockets by 7. Here is Bull, top of the key. They feed to the corner. Rockets being patient here. Tripped up. Bull picks it up. Whistles on the floor and a traveling violation. Rockets turn it over. It will be Farmington basketball. .320 to play. 40-33 lead for the Rockets of Rockridge. Fowler feeding over to Crawford. 7-point lead. Farmers trying to do something about it. 3-ball would change the pace of this game for Farmington. 8 to shoot. Barnes double team to the corner. 5 to shoot. Farmington got to find something. 2 to shoot to avoid the shot clock violation. Off the front of the rim, no good. Farmington gets their own rebound, however. They'll kick it back outside to Wiesen. Tapped around and stolen away by the Rockets. 2.5 to play, 40-33. Rockets clinging to a 7-point lead.
Farmington are going to have to start looking to foul here. No fouls in the quarter by the Farmers, so they've got a few to give.
Tapped around, corner for Rockridge.
Rockridge can run it under 2 minutes on the game clock now.
Drive in, the kick back out to Bull. He was ready to shoot if he wanted to. Toss up and in for Landon Wheatley.
His first field goal, 3 points now, and a timeout, full timeout by Coach Lozier and the Farmers.
Marty Lozier wanting to talk things over with his squad with 1:54 to go. A full timeout. And again, Macomb and Abingdon coming up next in what will be a fun one indeed. Macomb looking to punch their ticket to the 2:30 semifinal for the first time since 2021. They played Eureka that year. That was Eureka's first time winning the title in the back-to-back, and then, of course, winning it last year over Illini Bluffs. They were knocked out by Farmington yesterday, so once again a new champion will be crowned this year. 1:54 to go in this one, and certainly still anybody's ball game.
Sure is. 3 timeouts for the Rockets, 2 for the Farmers. Possession arrow in favor of Farmington coming out of the timeout. The crowd starting to fill up behind us as Bombers going to be, as you said, set to play A-Town coming up next.
Yeah, crowd is growing on both sides of the gym. Everybody getting to the reserve seats with the extra padding behind us. But a good crowd on hand, great crowd on hand for West Hancock and Illini Bluffs. Good one, competitive indeed. And then the crowd just growing as the evening goes on. Again, the witching session of the holiday tournament. Wins become losses, losses become wins. Winners get their tickets punched to the semifinals, losers to the 5th place bracket. All being battled out tomorrow for trophies on Trophy Day as Barnes goes up and he's fouled.
Barnes going to go back to the line for 2, 3 of 3 thus far.
Bull picks up the foul, his second, team 4th. Barnes to the line. Big free throws here for Keontre Barnes. First one, no good. And the second one up, and he got it. 1 of 2 goes Barnes. 42-34. Ahead for the Rockets, and a foul called.
I was just getting ready to say Farmington has to start fouling here. They've got a few to give. That's just their first foul here in the quarter.
Go ahead.
Landon Crawford with the foul, his 3rd.
Team's first. Rocket basketball out of bounds. Rockets looking, good defense from Farmington. Back to the top of the key for Wheatley, and the next foul called. Morris on the foul, his second. Team's second as well. 1:31 to go, 42-34. And there's the next foul.
Gronwald, Jack Gronwald with his 3rd, team's 3rd.
All right, here we go again. Minute 20 to go here, 42-34, and there's Owen Morse picking up the foul. That'll be his 3rd personal, team 4th. Guess what? They still got one more until we're shooting free throws. 1:18 to go. Bill Horrell and Shelby Bergen having a good laugh about this. And there is the golden one we've been waiting on.
It'll be on Landon Crawford, his 4th. And as you said, Now free throws coming up the rest of the way. The final 116 for the Rockets.
First free throw up on the way, and he's got it.
9-point advantage now, 43-34. Minute 16 on the clock.
Second one up, and he's got that one as well. 2 of 2. Marty Lozier making his play call.
Farmers have got to get moving. Still in the backcourt, 5 seconds off the shot clock.
Ahead for the Farmers. Good defense from Rockridge. 3-ball on the way. Didn't even touch the net. Put back up. It's in for Owen Morse. Timeout Marty Lozier quickly. 44-36.
61 seconds to play. 5 now for Owen Morse for the Farmers.
All right, and Marty Lozier going to talk to his team in the 30-second break. 44-36 is the score as the horn will sound. 61 seconds of play like Chris alluded to. Again, still time for Farmington to get some shots to fall and make some magic again. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a short break following this one. Be back with Macomb and Abingdon. The quote-unquote game of the night, if you will. If you're from Macomb and you haven't made your way out to the tournament, that's probably when you're getting out here to watch the last 2 of the evening. And always a good thing when the hometown team's in that 8 o'clock game on day 2, because that means you took care of business in your play-in contest.
Definitely, and reach and foul. I think that's going to be Gronwald.
Yep.
And that'll be his 4th.
So Gronwald has 4 fouls, as does Crawford. Barnes has 3. Owen Morse has 3. So a couple players with some room still.
Kinocode on the line for 2 for the Rockets.
And the first free throw up, he's got it. Big one. 45-36. Again, the winner of this one takes on West Hancock. The loser has Illini Bluffs in the Bomber Sports Network 5th place bracket. Second one up, it's good.
Rockridge doing a good job of hitting free throws here down the stretch.
Ahead for the Farmers. 3-ball corner on the way. It's no good. Tapped around. 40 seconds to play. 46-36. The top to the corner now. Rockets moving it around here. 28 seconds to play. 10-point advantage for Rockridge. They will have to shoot with 15 on the shot clock. But Farmington not fouling. 6 to shoot here. 13 on the game clock. Tapped around. The shot up. It's no good. And that is how this one up and good for Lehman. And that is how this one will come to an end. Rockridge is going back to the semifinals. Once again, 48-36, taking care of business over Marty Lozier and the Farmington Farmers. Rockridge back in the semifinals once again tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and they'll play a talented West Hancock squad.
Yeah, that should be a dandy contest to get things started in the afternoon session tomorrow.
48-36, the final score. We will have a word from head coach Jordan Harris following his victory this afternoon. I should say tonight. All games run together here. You really don't know what. Sure. You don't see daylight until you wake up the following morning here when you're here all day long. And Jordan Harris is making his way over to Peyton Hutchins, and Marty Lozier and Jordan Harris exchanging a laugh, and 2 good coaches, and always good to be around both of them. They both do a good job, and they will both share a good smile. So again,
well, we thought they were done
yeah,
talking.
we thought they're done, but they're going to keep going. Or hold here. All right, so we are going to go ahead and promptly wrap this up as Marty Lozier and Jordan Harris will continue to chat about this ball game. 48-36 your final score. Rockridge takes care of business, punches their ticket to the semifinale tomorrow against West Hancock. We'll be back with more from Western Hall. Macomb and A-Town, the marquee game of the night. The hometown Bombers is next. We're back with more from Western Hall. So long for now. We'll see you for more action here shortly. Bombers A-Town next on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by Tom Conklin State Farm. So long from Western Hall.